favorite Ky'mari, and I'm here with another story time. I'm not stalling, you're not waiting. Let's get right into it. So, this was my freshman year in high school, and I want to say before I start, so I was literally like not the type to, not the type. I'm not saying this right. Before I started high school, I never had dated a boy, kissed a boy, liked a boy. Well, I did like a boy before, because obviously I wasn't gay. I wasn't liking girls. I never really just like, I feel like the stuff that I was experiencing was like stuff that people probably at my age experienced like in middle school. Like, I don't know. I didn't never like, it's just not nothing I had experienced before. Like, I never had talked to a boy or whatever. So this was all new to me before I start. So I had met these two girls. We're gonna call one of them the main character. No, not the main character, but we're gonna call one girl Trader and we're gonna call the other girl Morgan. It was like a little trio kind of. Trios never work, y'all. Don't do it. No, just playing. Sometimes they do. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like, sometimes they do. If you have solid friends, then it's gonna work. I don't think, like, people do be saying, they be like, oh, trios don't work. I feel like it's really all about how your friends is, how solid they is, like, who you choosing to be friends with. I don't really remember how I met the two. I know Morgan, it was more of like probably some friendly stuff. Like, I saw her, she saw me, we ended up like sparking a conversation and went from there. The other girl, I remember I had class with both of them though, so I really don't remember how we became friends for real. It just became like a thing. So we started being friends whenever. I remember we had the same lunch, because high school, like, you got this lunch or that lunch. I don't remember how many lunches it was, but we all had the same lunch. One day in lunch we were sharking for Trader. She was like, I want to find me a dude, like, let's go look around and find me somebody. So I was like, okay, fine. Mind you, like I said, never talked to nobody. So this, I had no intentions on talking to nobody because I never did it, and it wasn't like a priority of mine. I didn't really care. Like, this was her, she's my friend, I'm just supporting. We finna find her a man, like, let's do it. And of course, at the time, we wasn't seeing sharking, so, but that's what we was doing basically. We was looking around, trying to find her a man or whatever. A little bragging around about Trader. Like, she was what some will say palm colored washed. I say maybe she was just proper. I don't think she was, or maybe I did at the time, like, after I was mad and stuff, I was calling her palm colored washed, but I think she just a little proper, not a little proper, a lot of proper. She was a little weird, kind of. She was weird because of what she did. With our friendship, like, me and Morgan, we would be like calling each other the B word and stuff, as a friend, in a friendly way. And when we call her that, she's like, oh, don't call me that, so she was one of them. So okay, so back to sharking. We walking around. I remember it was like probably like at least 4 or 5 of dudes. One of them I had already knew, kinda, or like, I think I'm lying. I didn't know him yet, but he did become my friend later on. So it was him and like his other friends and stuff. So mind you, we sharking. So we all in this group. It's us 3 and then it's the dudes. So we all just kind of like, chopping it up. I don't remember what we was talking about, but I remember Trader. She's like, it was okay. He needs a name because I'm gonna make other stories about him, and maybe later on in life. I'm not ready to talk about him for real. I ain't gonna lie. He was the first guy I talked to, and like horrible. But okay, we're gonna call him. I need to think of a name quick. Braden. Okay, so Braden, he's there and he's like, and mind you, this is so crazy because Braden and a dude that actually became my boyfriend later on, you know what, this doesn't matter. Okay, so Braden, I guess we was on each other a little bit, but I don't know. I think it was just me like just looking at everybody. I don't know. I think she was just like picking. I don't know. But Trader was like, I see y'all looking at each other to me and Braden. And I was like, huh? And she was like, yeah, like, y'all look like y'all interested in each other. I'm like, oh, okay. So he ends up taking his arm, putting it around my neck. No, okay, he said something to me. I think he was like, oh, so like, I don't know what he said, but I think it was along the lines of like you trying to talk to me or something? Like, you think yeah, like, like that. Because I remember him. And like, my reaction to her saying that was more like, what? Like, huh? Like, acting stupid. But I really wasn't acting stupid because I really didn't know what she was talking about for real. So he put his arm around me and we walk away from everybody and he give me Instagram or his number. I don't know. I don't think I had Instagram. Literally did not even have Instagram until 9th grade year. I didn't make an Instagram until high school. Like, I didn't make an Instagram until high school. So, like, you know, everybody else already got their Instagram. My shit started at 100 followers. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of the ones. I bought my followers. I am definitely saying it now. I bought my followers. I'm embarrassed. I did buy my followers because everybody had a whole bunch of followers, and I was like, girl, you got 10 followers. So I bought my followers, and at my young age, I had a job, so I could buy followers. And I did, and I'm not ashamed of my game. I ain't had to do that. Like, that was the only time I bought my followers. Chill, just chill at me, just chill at me. So, you know, he gave me his stuff. He's like, I'm gonna text you. It was time to go. So me and him started talking. You know, it's real cool. It's real. I liked him. I did. He was like the first person I ever talked to ever, and I was weird. Like I said, I never talked to nobody before him. I'm gonna keep like putting that out there, because like when it came to like hugging him or like seeing him and stuff, I was just like so shy and weird and awkward, because I never did this before. This is new to me. I was a weirdo when it came to that stuff. Like, so yeah. And I feel like that's, I don't know. So yeah, it was that. You know, we would get on the phone, go to sleep on the phone, text. Before class, we would meet each other and stuff, like, or in the morning time before we go to class, like, he would see me, hug me, y'all. And I really liked him so much, because this was the first guy that I ever talked to. Like, I really liked him, and that led me to be on and off with him for 3-4 years, literally. And I made some bad choices when it came to him too, because yeah, I did, sadly. Like, and I really thought I loved him. I thought he was my first love, but I did not love that man. I remember the first, I'm getting off topic, but let me just say that. I remember when the first time he told me he loved me, I told him I did not love him back, because I didn't. I don't even know what that is, sir. And I feel like he was just trying to say that to me, because we had just started back talking, I feel like, and he was just like, I love you. And I was like, I don't love you. I swear I told him that. I probably crushed his little heart. Or maybe I didn't, because he didn't love me, so it was whatever. Anyway, so, you know, we talking blah, blah. I had ended up finding out that they was communicating. I don't know if I saw them following each other, or she said something about talking to him, or he said something about talking to her. I remember that happened. I was like, what? But I ain't think nothing of it, because I'm like, this is my friend. Like, mind you, I really ain't had no friends for it either. Like, I did, but I didn't go into high school with them same friends. Like, I knew people, but it wasn't really no friendship for real. So these my friends, I'm like, she ain't gonna do that to me. Like, she not finna talk to the dude I'm talking to. The dude she dang near put me on with. Like, she not finna talk to him, right? So, I remember one day my best friend, I don't remember where we was. I think we had the same class together that she didn't have with us. And she was telling me, she was like, I told her that if she didn't tell you, I was gonna tell you, so I'm finna tell you. But her and, what I call him? I don't even remember what I call his. I'm gonna look back, so when I do other story time, I'm gonna write it down or something. I don't remember what I called him, but the dude, she was like, they talking. And I was like, what? I was like, how is they talking? How is they talking? You put me on with this man. If you wanted him, you could have just did that. I was not looking for nothing. I wasn't looking for nothing. I was probably looking at him all the same way, and you just caught me looking at him in that moment. Like, I don't want him, or she was looking at him, and maybe she saw him looking at me. I don't know, but I didn't want him, so I was like, don't piss me off. So I'm like, I'm gonna press her. I'm gonna press her. I wasn't saying press her. I was like, I'm gonna say something to her. I'm gonna say something to her, because, like, what? That's weird. Like, you know, I talked to him, and I don't remember what it was, but I know before, I think it was a situation where I found out they was communicating in some type of way, and I was, I felt some type of way, and I said something to her about it, and she didn't say nothing. So it was something like that. I don't remember. This is, girl, my mind bad, but I don't remember. It was something like that. So then, mind you, let me back it up. When me and him talk about her, I'm not talking to him about her like pillow talking or some shit. Like, I'm not talking bad about my friend, because that's my friend. That's weird. But he would be talking bad about her. He'd be like, oh, she's whitewashed and this and that, like, she weird, all this stuff, right? Talking mad stuff about her. But that's the thing, girl. If that man is talking mess about a girl, just dogging her out, talking mad stuff about her, he want her. He like her. He's interested. If he talking mad stuff about his ex, he want her. He love that girl. He still want that. If it's a random girl that you brought up, and he talking mad stuff about her for no reason, unprovoked, he need that. I'm telling you. Because it never fails. It's always like that. When a man just overdoing it, because a real dude, he gonna be like, yeah, I'm just not interested in that. He don't gotta dog her name out. He don't gotta talk bad about her to just be like, I'm not interested. That's not my type of girl. It's not my speed. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he was doing that like, he was, and I was eating that up too. I was like, oh, okay, so he don't want her. He don't want her, right? My best friend told me that. Well, she turned out to be my best friend later on, but then we're not best friends no more. But she ended up telling me that. And so, okay, we all had a class together. It was like the last class of the day. Teacher already done told us, yeah, if y'all get to fighting up in here, I'm not breaking up nothing. I'm calling security. We went on security. We in the trailers. So they finna have to go-karts or speed run over here. So it's gonna take them a little minute. So I got a little minute to whoop your ass. Like, what's up? So I remember I go up in class on 10. I'm on 10. She's sitting down already. I need a drink. I'm like, Trader, so why you put me on with this boy and you want to talk to him? Why you put me on with this boy and you talking to him? She like, no, I'm not. She ain't like nothing. She looking at me. She not saying nothing. She knows she wrong. She knows she dead wrong. So I'm just going, I'm like, you're weird, da da da. Mind you, me personally, I know me. If I tell you I'm about to hit you, I'm not gonna hit you. But if I'm just sitting there, I'm going at you, it's tension, I might just still off on you. I'm not gonna lie. So be prepared to get smacked in the ocean. Because I ain't hear her nothing. We're gonna get there. We ain't fight. I should have, and I still owe her one. No, I need to let it go. We was kids, but still, like, you dead wrong. I would never do that to you. I would never do that to nobody. No person that I can't even talk. No person that I call my friend or have called my friend, I'm not doing no weird stuff like talking to your dude. That's weird. I don't care if we're not friends no more. I don't want to talk to your nigga. Like, I know the bullshit he done did to you. I don't want to talk to your man. And even if he didn't do you wrong and he did you right and he did all this stuff to you, I'm not the type of person like, oh yeah, I want him to do that for me. No, that's weird. That's so freaking weird. It was these upperclassmen in our class, and she was like, Madison, no, chill. And I think of my teacher, she was outside the room. Like, she used to stand outside the room, not the room, but the trailer, and like wait for everybody to come in, or she'd be doing something else outside the trailer. So she went up in there, and she was like, no, Madison, that's not your friend. She not real. Like, if she doing that, then that ain't your friend. Let it go. Just leave her alone. And I'm like, no, that's weird. Like, and she like pushing me away from her because I was like on her. And I really should have stole off on her. And I swear, if I could do it over, my dad would be mad at me for fighting over a boy. But I still would have tapped that ass. Like, no bullshit. I still should have tapped that ass. I swear, I wish I could go back and do it because now, you know, I'm grown. I'm not just grown, but I should catch a charge for real. Not saying I couldn't catch a charge then, but like, it's gonna be a little bit worse. So, I should have for real. Okay, I'm never, every time I bring up this situation, I'm gonna say I should have beat the fuck out of her. Because I should have. And I bet you she wouldn't have did it to nobody else. I promised the way I was gonna take that ass. So yeah, she was just looking dumb. I was heated. I was mad. My best friend, she was just sitting there. And then, you know, the other girls, they was just like telling me to calm down and stuff. So I had to continue to have class with her. She was acting stupid. She never said nothing else to me. She never said nothing in class. She stopped talking in class, all that. After that, she stopped talking in class for a long time. Like, before she would communicate with people, talk, silent. Yeah. Don't even talk in here, because, yeah, it's that. Anyways, because like, I was so heated. Because why did you do that? You could have just talked to him. Like, I didn't even want the man. And plus, you really should have talked to him. All of the stress that he caused me afterward, all of the toxic stuff that I dealt with, you really could have kept him. You really could have. She really could have. I'm dead serious. I should have stopped talking to him after this, but I didn't. That's why his story talks about him. Because I should have left him alone. Because I think he was trying to make it seem to me like she was trying to talk to him, but it was still like he was still talking to her though. Like he was trying to make it seem like she was on his body on some shit. Like, so I was kind of buying, mind you, this first to do I talked to. I'm not saying I was naive, but in a sense I kind of was. Like, I didn't really know too much about nothing, and I'm still learning. Is my head on my shoulders way more than it was now? Yes. I'm wrong. She does end up apologizing to me. She's seen this long paragraph, and mind you, this is before unsend. Why did I screenshot it and send it back to her on accident? I don't remember what her response like to that, but like, girl, you know I was finna tell somebody about this. You know I had to send it to my best friend. She was apologizing. She said a whole bunch of stuff. I don't remember what she said. Yeah, I don't think I responded to her. I don't think I responded to her message though, because yeah, I don't think I did, because I was being a bitch. She really had me messed up, and I really don't like to be that girl to be like, you know, I don't really have friend girls, or I don't really like making friends with girls, but I really don't, because they be weird. That scarred me in so many ways. Like, when it came to later on in life, or even then, I think I asked him, I was like, maybe he wasn't trying to chalk it out to, I don't think he was trying to make it seem like it was just her. Now that I think about it, because I remember him telling me that he wanted to talk to her besides me because she was a little bit bigger than me. And that stuff really like messed with my head for so long. It made me so insecure about myself. And I really have to grow out of that, because he really was messed up for saying that to me. Because he was ugly. Now that I think about it, boy, you look like a monkey. Hello? And you got your swooped. You can't fight. Like, you used the blicky, but you can't fight. I probably could beat you. Like, so yeah, that stuff really did mess me up. It had messed up my trust for men. It messed up my trust for friends. Like, all that. And then he messed up my head so bad. I was this sweet girl. I was so sweet. Like, oof, if I could go back and change stuff, I would never talk to a man ever in my life. Because I was such a sweet girl. Like, I was so sweet, and I really didn't like who I became for a long time. Like, I really didn't. Like, and I had to adapt to this new person that I became. I had to adapt to the experiences that I had experienced and learn from it, and like just be different, because I really did not like myself for a long time, because I was like, Madison, why do you act like this way? I mean, like, why do you act like this? Why are your viewpoints on certain things like this? Like, it's really bad. And I wasn't in the sweet girl no more. And I was just like, you messed me up. I don't like holding grudges, and that be my problem too. And I feel like people take advantage of me not holding a grudge with them. Like, yeah, I don't have a problem with you, but now I'll never mess with you the same ever, ever, ever. Like, don't ever think you can come back in my life ever, in no lifetime, boo, ever. Okay. So I don't know. It really changed me. It changed me more than I thought. A lot of things that happened to me, like at a young age, changed my viewpoint of things. So it was just like, you know, I don't know. That was crazy though. Like, let me tell you how crazy it is. Like, I literally saw her at the club like this year sometime, like a few months ago, and I still wanted to hit her upside her head. But I was like, I can't get kicked out of this club. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to me like just do her one, but I didn't do that because it's old, right? That's it for the story time. You know, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my social medias. I didn't say that before. Is that gonna be my outro now? Because I be saying that every time. I be saying I didn't say it before. You know what? Let me stop yapping. Bye.